शासनपति श्रवण भगवान महावीर स्वामी ने मारा भावपूर्वक वंदन. અસીમ ઉપકારી રાષ્ટ્રસંત પરમ ગુરુદેવના ચરણોમાં મારા ભાવપૂર્વક વંદન. સર્વ ઉપકારીઓના ચરણોમાં મારા ભાવપૂર્વક વંદન. When our beliefs become right, our actions, our words, our thoughts also become right. When we start having a right thinking, everything else starts falling in place, right? Param Gurudev has been explaining this to us since a lot of days, that we must make our right belief. We must create a right belief in our mind. When we set a belief, it is what controls our mind, right? When we have a belief, it's the root cause of whatever we do. If we have a belief that a person is bad, if we have a belief that a person is troublesome, what happens? No matter how good that person tries to behave with us, because we have an impression, because we have a mindset that that person is bad, we will never consider anything good that he does, right? That is why our beliefs are very important. Similarly, when Bhagwan was leaving from his palace, it was his inner belief that made him feel that I'm a misfit. This sansar, this worldly life is not meant for me. And because he had this belief, when he had to leave from his house, he didn't have to take any special efforts. It was an effortless, it was a natural process. And when our beliefs become so, anything that we want to do, we can do it very effortlessly. When we make it our belief that we want to do something, doing that becomes very easy. Doing that becomes a natural process. Yesterday, Param Gurudev had blessed us with the knowledge of how to make our belief right, of how to make our belief strong. Gurudev said that we must request Parmatma. What should we do? We must request Parmatma that, hey Parmatma, I am your follower, but I also want to follow what you had followed. I don't just want to follow you and have a different belief, because then there is no possibility of following what you used to do, right? When you start thinking like Parmatma used to think, only then you can be a true follower, right? So that is why, what should we request Parmatma? That, hey Parmatma, there should be no difference between your belief and my belief. Our beliefs, our thinking, our knowledge should be the same. Gurudev has been explaining to us that we must inculcate samkit. But what is samkit? Samkit is when your knowledge and Parmatma's knowledge is the same. Your belief and Parmatma's belief becomes the same. And your spiritual practices, your character, your day-to-day life becomes like Parmatma. Maybe in this life, it may be difficult for people, for everyone to leave everything, to renunciate everything and take Diksha. But you can at least come close to what Parmatma used to believe, right? We can at least make our beliefs the same. We can at least make our knowledge the same like Parmatma's knowledge. And that is what Gurudev inspired us to do yesterday. Yesterday, there were a lot of people who had come all the way from Mumbai to do Gurudev's darshan. And Gurudev started asking them that on the way to Junagadh, on the way to this place, did you try to inspire anybody to come here with you? Did you share that I have a guru in my life and I want you to come and do his darshan as well? Did you share the precious Namaskar Maha Mantra that you have gotten so easily by birth? And some of the people, they were like, we did try to inspire them. Gurudev said that when you start sharing whatever precious you have received, you sow the seeds of receiving that precious thing in the future. Only when you share something precious, you get something precious in return. That is how you can develop a virtuous nature. A person with a virtuous nature, a person who has a lot of virtues, tries to give a positive vibe to anyone who approaches him. If a person meets you and leaves with a smile, that shows that you have a positive nature. That is the certificate of you having a punya nature. And that is why, even when Chandakaushik, a vicious snake, had come to Parmatma to bite him, at that time as well, Parmatma had such a positive aura, Parmatma had such a positive vibration that even when that snake left from there, he had become positive. He had become non-vicious. And that is how, if we are Parmatma's child, even we should have the same qualities. How many of you believe that you are Parmatma's child? Raise your hand. Are you Parmatma's child? Yes. And if you are Parmatma's child, how should your nature be? Even your nature should be such that you can give peace, you can give happiness, you can bring a smile on someone's face. Because even Parmatma did the same. And so, from today, what will we do? We will try to make an effort to create a virtuous nature, to create a positive aura. And by doing so, we will also become just like Parmatma. We will also start becoming positive and creating positivity for everyone around us.